Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Real Will here with another trading video for you. For you that is watching, for you that will be watching in the future. I am a trader. I have been trading for 4 years, guys. I saw payouts. I've been funded over 20 times. Check out the first video that I posted with proof that I've been funded with over 20 times. And I have few payouts. And what caused me to lose all of my funded accounts is the fact that I didn't stick to a strategy that was able to let William Baker Real Will know a entry. What's the best entry? You know what I mean? So I was always just jumping around from this strategy to this strategy, like you all, you know. But I found out that supply and demand um, is great. It actually allowed me to be more patient because I am an impulsive type of dude, guys. And trend line breaks, is awesome for that, right? Momentum trading is awesome for that. I like to be in and I like to be out of these trades. So I want to take you to the charts. First, let me take you to Top Step real quick, guys, so you all can see, what's going on. Not that guy. Hold on. All right, let me take you to Top Step and let you know, see what's going on. All right, this is my Top Step X, guys. Today I did make like $250 some dollars, which is dope. But let me show you. So I started this account on Friday. I made $138. This week, hold on. This week we are up $700 for this week, which is cool. I am slowing it down a whole lot, guys. I'm slowing it down a lot. I'm normally passing these funded accounts or these evals in 2 or 3 days. But I just want to be consistent all across the board. And we can see that with my win rate at 75. It should go up to like 80 after today. I got in during Asian session with gold. So I do want to show y'all a little strategy that I use. A simple strategy, guys. Supply and demand. Nothing hard. Nothing, you know. So let me take you to the charts. I like to trade on the 5 minute chart, right? 15 minutes. I like to use the EMA 200. I like to use the VWAP to keep me, knowing like if I should stay underneath the trade or above the trade or being bullish, or like right now, this is all bearish. You know what I mean? It came up close, but came straight back down. So I shouldn't be looking for buys, until this baby closes. But there's some times where you can break straight through there with momentum. Then I use the EMA 13, which is the white one, and the 200, which is the purple line. So we're going to back test supply and demand. I'm going to show y'all a few supply and demands, setups that I like to take, and how to draw the correct zone. If you see a candle like this, you see this big bearish candle, strong bearish candle, I wouldn't count that as a certified, or not certified, as a real demand area. I wouldn't this you see how this small candle is, and then you get that push. I would look at this as a demand. So this is how I draw my demand levels, guys. Um what I like to do is there's some traders who do this. You see what I'm saying? They do that whole zone from wick to wick. I don't do that. And the reason why I don't do that, because you can see a lot of fake outs. So right here, it tapped into the zone. I like to use the little 50%. If it taps into that 50%, I could be looking for, that buy or that sell. But right now we're looking for buys. So if you use this whole wick, both sides of the wick, the whole candle, you can get a lot of fake outs, because what happened is, oopsie, what the freak is going on? Hold on. What will happen is this. Let's go back. Let's replay it. How you replay? What the freak? Why is it not replaying? Okay. So what will happen is this. It comes down, boom. So what you be looking for is to be above the 200 and possibly above the 10. So what you looking for now is what? A buy above this break of the candle. You see what I'm saying? It never broke. Well, it did break this structure right here. It broke this structure, so it's a good chance that it could sell. It's a good chance that it can continue, but you still looking at higher highs being created, or not higher. Yeah, yeah, higher highs being created as it go up for boom, higher highs, higher lows, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So most of the times you'll wait for a candle, right, to break that. So right now we're not getting in. No. See, we never closed above those candles, so you're not getting in. This is where y'all probably got in, right here. Right here, y'all stop loss will be right here, and one on ones. This is what y'all would do if you created a zone like that, right? And you got stopped out. You see that? Stopped out. But if you do that exact same thing, right? Do that exact same thing and put this down here. Now watch what happens. You're not getting in yet. You're not getting in yet. This is the candle. Not getting in yet. Not getting in yet. I like to be above that 10, so I wouldn't get in. So just fighting that little area. There go that wick. They got you out. But you're still, that 10. That man, 13. That 13 EMA is powerful, guys, for entries. And then we could be looking like, all right, let's get in. Now it's time to get in. Sometimes you got to use, your experience sometimes, because I know how certain candles will move. You know, boom, and we won. But I know how certain candles will move, So we're gonna go over a little bit more supply and demand. We're gonna look at that was a demand trade. Let's look at a supply trade real quick. I need a good one. This can be a one. This is a good one. Oh shoot, what happened to it? What the freak? What happened to it? Oh shoot. Dang, what happened to it? What happened to that freaking supply? Alright, right here. We can do this. Alright. This is a good candle right here. So what I would do, this is 1:30 a.m. So what I would do is what? Not the whole wick, not the whole candle. You would take the top of that body down to the bottom of that wick. You will wait for it to enter. Dang, where are my tools at, bro? What the freak? Give me a second, y'all. Man, I need a path. I can't find my path. What the freak? Where is the path? What the heck? There you go. It should be up there. What the heck, bruh? Freak. Alright, so we looking for something like this. Hit that zone, come down, and then break this level, and we go in. So let's see what happens. All right, so we at the VWAP. We underneath, so we should be looking for nothing but sales. And sometimes you want to come over here and see if you see a supply and demand area. This right here, I wouldn't make this as a demand. So That would not be a demand for me because the candle just push up above all this and this low momentum trade, you know. So let's see. All right, so what we could do, it don't look like you want to reach up there. So what I would do is create another demand. Remember, body to wick. Let's see if we can get a sell. It never went up there, so right now there's no trade happening. All right, so most of y'all would have got in right here, right? Don't lie, y'all would have got in right here. Y'all would have got in once it broke this candle right here. Y'all would have got in, right? Let's act like we did it, right? Let's do it. Sell. All right, so boom. Stop loss up here. TP 170. Well, you already made it. If you would have got in right there, boom, you would have made your money. But some of y'all would have got in, you know, boom, major 170 or 101 and been done for the day. But say you didn't get in. Do you see how this baby is pushing? I would be looking for, even though we've seen the candles already, I don't expect it to come back down. I expect it to try to hit the middle of this zone, right? So once I see a candle break past this zone, you can wait for a retest or you can just get straight in, right? So we ain't going to wait for the retest. Once it breaks that candle, we're going to get in. All right, we in. Stop loss. You can go underneath here. I'm going to go like right here. And we're going to take it up to here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got stopped out. Got stopped out. So we know it's a good chance that it's pushing down to this level right here. What the freak is this? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell he got there? So let's see if we can pull back up real quick. Because it could be a fake out. So you just got to be patient because it is 5:05 a.m. You see how it's pushing up? Look at this. So you got faked out. Boom. But you know. So we're going to get in again. Let's get in. Stop loss underneath here. And we're going to go up to here. Let's see what happens. See, this is why risk management is very, very important. This is supply and demand, guys. So we knew that our trade. So what we could have done, after we got in this trade right here, right? Because you remember, I said if it breaks this level, we getting in, right? So what we could have done was this. Buy. Stop loss could have been underneath here. You see what I'm saying? So you might have did micros, and then you would took that up to here. You know? And watch, you ain't gonna get stopped out. You see? So sometimes trying to put your stop loss right underneath the zone isn't smart. Is not smart. So let's do a few more back testing on supply and demand. So that was a demand trade. Let's go. How many minutes we've been? Let me see how many minutes I've been talking. 14. All right, we're gonna do a part 2, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all up, man. So that's supply and demand, guys. Make sure you don't. You can do whatever you want, but I don't like to make that zone from the top of that wick to the bottom of the wick, which means the whole candle. So Yeah. So that's low, and that's lower high. Yeah, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Market structure. Forget it. It's your boy Real Will. I'm out. Let's go.